here. Welcome back to my Etsy shop, Frenchy and Tubby. I am here to showcase where it was supposed to be 7 items. It's going to be 6 items, plus 3 pieces of jewelry going into the shop tomorrow, Friday, the 8th of August. So, why 6 and not 7? Well, there's a story behind it. No, nothing's got broken. Let me put my glasses on. I'm going to give you a perfect example of why you need to remove the water and your flowers from your vases. I was so looking forward to selling this particular vase and have somebody enjoy it for another 70 something years. This is not just a Costa Boda from Sweden. It's signed L. Bauer and numbered at the bottom. So it's a highly collected piece. Do you see this cloudiness on it? It was way worse than this. I spent hours trying to get rid of this. Hours. I tried vinegar. I tried barkeeper's friend. I tried the dishwasher cleaner, you know, the bottle that you put upside down in your dishwasher. I tried that, let it soak. I went at it with a Brillo pad. I went at it with a toothbrush. I went at it with vinegar plus baking soda plus Dawn detergent. I let it soak in lemon water. I did everything I could to get rid of the hard water stain that's inside this vase, and I can't do it. And I am so upset. I am so upset. I don't know who had this vase, what they did to it. Maybe it was paint. I don't think so. I think it was flowers that were left, and that this was probably in the sunshine. So as the water went down, because you can see the streaks, right? The horizontal streaks, like sediments on the, on rocks. You can literally see on days with high temperature versus days with lower temperature, the calcium and sediment in the water literally baked into the side of the crystal. It's ruined. I'm gonna try, okay? I'm gonna let it soak in vinegar for days. That's what I'm gonna do, and we'll see in about 2 weeks if I can finally sell it. But anyway, it's it's an expensive piece, and it's the only item I got out of my Florida trip. I did about 5 different thrift stores when I was there, and it was the only one I found that was worth my taking back. It is so damaged. Can you see that? So damaged. And it almost looks like they had milk paint in there. I cannot remove it. And I'm telling you, it's signed Bauer. So upset. Anyway, so that was supposedly item number 7. It is no more. We're gonna go with 6. Let me start with the thumbnail. These are, and I don't like to say this because some people are kind of, oh yeah, sure, they're rare. Okay, they are rare. Take a screenshot. You're not gonna find them. Go ahead, take a screenshot. If you find them online, they've been sold, set of 8, $250. I'm not gonna sell them for $250. They are mid-century modern highballs, 22 karat gold overlay. Now, these usually are signed, okay? So they usually sign with a signature either on the rim right here or at the bottom. And they would be signed, when I saw them I thought they were Culver. They would be signed Culver, they would be signed Sarah, whatever other brand. These are not signed. And the few people who had them, who were lucky enough to have them for sale, let me put a white background for you so you can really see them, also did not name who they were, because they didn't know. It's not signed. They're not Libby, nothing. Look at these. I have 8. The cobalt blue with 22 karat gold overlay. I believe the George Briard. They are amazing and they are rare. They're from the 60s. So no, they won't be $250 because I have to take into account the fact that this has to be shipped. And it's got to be shipped like it's going to the moon. So it's going to be a big box, and big box means big bucks. So I'm telling you right now, I'm selling them, all 8 of them, for $80. Other people, $250. Frenchy and Tubby, $80. Because the shipping, I have to take account of it, and I don't want to deter you from having gorgeous, gorgeous, mid-century, modern glassware in your home. They're in perfect condition, not dishwasher safe. Don't put them in the dishwasher. So I don't know if it shows, but it's a raised. Do you see this? It's raised gold overlay. They're stunning. Absolutely stunning. I can't hold 8 in my hand. Trust, there's 8 of them. They're highballs. They're beautiful. Okay, when I come back, we get into regular business with some pottery. Alright, so I've had those in the shop on my shelf for about 2 years. And I think I did a video where I went thrifting years ago and I found them and I was all excited. Would you believe that I still have not been able to identify these, and I have been looking ever since. I have 2 vintage, they're very vintage, pottery planters. How do I know they're vintage? Bottom, we are numbered, serial number and the size. This one is 2510, number 5. This one is 2510, number 2. They are a bluish gray with a gradient sponge wear. Look at the gradient on the inside. And then they have like a dark gold, almost copper edges. And there's crazing on it, okay? A little bit of crazing. Is it focusing on me or the... I got so upset over that vase, I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm doing right now. But anyway, I think that this is more like a copper goldish type color, or brass finish. And they are absolutely beautiful. There's a little bit of crazing on this part right here. And then the big one, not so much. Now, there's no crazing, but there is some on the inside, which nobody cares because that's where you put your plant. And then the little one, same thing, a little bit of crazing here, a satin finish. Love that gradient. Do you see that? They really are beautiful planters. They're from the late 50s, early 60s. I'm judging by the style, the design, the colors, the quality, and of course the patina and the crazing. I do not know who made them. I think they're McCoy. I don't know if they're Shawnee, but they're from that period and these folks. So it's either, actually, you know what? They may even be Hager, but Hager would have signed them. Unless Hager had the stickers. They could be Hager. I don't know. I have not been able to identify those. No one else has them. Very similar to these guys. Literally these, no one has them. So why not you be the first? I'm selling both of them together. It's going to be easy to ship because I'm just going to nest them. And it's perfect for a plant mom. You know what? That gray and white everything, home decor that people have and still rave about, it would look beautiful in a modern looking decor because it's almost the same gray that I have in my basement. I don't know if you can see it. Mine is called Gentle Rain. So it's got that icy bluish gray color. They're really beautiful and they're in perfect condition. There's just a little bit of crazing. I have no chip. I don't believe I have any cracks or hairline. They really are beautiful. So either the Hager or the McCoy or the Shawnee. I'm not sure. Okay, let's stay in pottery / porcelain. Let me move my jewelry because that's coming at the end. Okay, this is not super vintage, but it's beautiful nonetheless. It's from the 90s, and I'm basing that on the loss of gold on the edges. Super inexpensive now. If it was in perfect condition, probably more. This is Imari Ware, Japan. It's called a lotus bowl. You can see that it's got a lotus shape to it. And it's from the Heisen region, Arita region of Japan. It's got a little bit of fading on the gold, so I'm gonna, discount it. But it's a beautiful decorative bowl, typical of Imari ware, where you have like those medallion, right, with roses and peonies in them. And then this one is interesting because it's got little huts, villages all around. It's a beautiful bowl. You can use it as a decorative bowl, or you can just, serve grapes in it, fruits, Don't put it in the dishwasher. I think whoever had it did put it in the dishwasher, and that's why the gold is gone. So yeah, but it's really nice. And I don't know if it shows, but do you see like the little stripes? It's got like a striation pattern. It's full of little details like this. The more you look at it, the more you see tiny little details. So those cartouches here that you see, different designs, right, are typical of Imari ware. Kind of like a patchwork. It's a beautiful bowl. Very inexpensive. Really. It's beautiful. And in the back it just says Imari ware, Japan. Not made in Japan, which is interesting. So it might even be older than I think. I think it's from the 90s, but might be older. And then this is like Imari, porcelain, pottery or kiln or whatever. I don't read or speak Japanese, so yeah. Okay, when I come back, we're moving to the kitchen. This is so nice. Okay, this is a Royal Worcester flame-proof porcelain, England, oven-to-table ware in the pattern Strawberry Fair. And this pattern, I'm not sure why, whether it was not popular or they decided to discontinue it. They only made it for 4 years, from 1974 to 1978. That's when they stopped the production. This is the Strawberry Fair with the green band. It's in perfect condition. Usually when you get those, they have scratches at the bottom, from your metal spatula and people cutting in with the knife, not being careful. There is no scratches on it. Everything is superb. There's no fading on the transferware, and it's butterflies with wild strawberries. So it's a baking dish, oven to table, right? So it's perfect for gratin, for instance, right? If you want to do like a zucchini potato gratin, you can do that. Mac and cheese, It is dishwasher proof, yay for that. And it's stamped here at the bottom, shape 30, size 6. Oval Royal Worcester flame proof porcelain. Very nice, very collectible. Only made them for 4 years, and they had the whole set. So you could get the full tableware, the full bakeware. I think they even had glassware with that transferware pattern on it. And for some reason, it didn't catch. The colors are very 60s. Maybe that's why. People in the 70s were a little bit more, orange and reds and, vibrant colors. Okay, when I come back, and before we move to jewelry, I have 2 crystal items. Crystal item number 1. I am being very careful with these because when you go online, some people sell those as Waterford. They are not Waterford. First of all, they're not signed Waterford, and even if it's the vintage Waterford, there still would be a signature on it. So don't be fooled if somebody tells you these are Waterford, but they cannot show you the signature on it. They're not Waterford. You know who they are? The Slovenia crystal. The brand was called Illusions. It's from the 90s. They are super heavy, 24% lead crystal. What are they? They're candle holders, and they're really cool candle holders because they dual purposes. So on one side you can do the tapered candle, and then you flip them over and you can do your votive candle. How cool is that? Let me go get a candle so I can show you. Alright, so this is what it would look like with a candle. Mine is a little too skinny, so it's kind of like wobbly, but they are beautiful. Let me tell you, when I post all of these tomorrow on Friday, go look at the pictures and the video. Oh, the fire that comes out of these. And I think you can see it on camera, right? They're almost like disco balls. They're really cool, but they're not Waterford. Illusion, Slovenia crystal. Very high quality. It's basically Bohemian crystal, okay? Quite heavy. You could actually hit somebody with this and cause some serious damage. Do I have a call out? Yes. One little tiny flea bite. Where are you? It's so tiny, I can't find it. I know there's a flea bite. I took a picture of it. Oh, right here. Ridiculously small. Yeah, I'll be able to see it. It's right here. You see it? Nah. You don't see it. You feel it, but you don't see it. Anyway, disco balls. They're from the 90s. They're not super vintage, but I shouldn't say that. It's 30 plus something years old, okay? Once you hit that 25 mark, you're vintage. Okay, the last one. All right, I have to remember the name. Tritz. Oh, it's German. I don't do German. Hold on. I gotta do it phonetically. Hold on. Trichler Winterhalde. Trichler Winterhalde. That's a mouthful. 1950s. Let's listen. It's a heart trinket box. That little diamond pattern, a lot of people made it. It's basically inspired by Baccarat. Okay, Baccarat was very well known for doing this type of diamond pattern. And if you know my house and you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know I have those two Baccarat coffins, crystal coffins, up in my dining room table. And one side has something very similar to that, and on the other side it's that diamond pattern. It's a very cute trinket box. It's in perfect condition. It's not signed or anything. Back then they would just put stickers, you know, like those foil stickers. You can use it for jewelry, obviously, or you can use it to gift jewelry, such as the jewelry I'm going to show you today. So how about if you have somebody who enjoys vintage jewelry, you buy this and a piece of jewelry, and then you put some tissue paper or silk or whatever, put the piece of jewelry in it, tie a bow on it, and they have two in one gift. It's inexpensive, but it's beautiful. It's a very nice trinket box. You know I have a thing for those, right? If I had an extra room in this house, I think I would start a collection, and I would spend the day opening and closing lids. I'm hopeless. Okay, when I come back, I'm moving on to jewelry, and very nice stuff. All right, jewelry. I have two pair of earrings and one bracelet. I'm going to start with the earrings. These are not marked. and I'm gonna model them for you. They are from the 50s. They are super mid-century modern in terms of the look. You know what? Let me get my little stand right here. I'm gonna put them on the stand so that way you don't get to see my terrible nails after spending hours trying to clean a vase. Okay. Look at these. Aren't they cool? They're super cool. So you can wear them this way or you can wear them this way. I don't think that's the proper way to wear them, but you do whatever you want depending on your haircut and what kind of bob or no bob you have. Okay, so they are gold tone. They're not signed. This, what is it, brushed metal pattern here, to me it's very, very Sarah Coventry. Okay, but I cannot confirm because they're not signed. So I'm going to remove my Coral Crafts because that's what I'm wearing today. I have the matching brooch. I think you guys saw that in my collection. And I'm going to wear them the proper way. So now these are ear climbers. They can go up this way. You can wear them vertical or slightly slanted. Look at that. Aren't they cool? And they're very comfortable. These you don't feel at all. You do not feel those. Look at these. What am I selling you? They were not mine. These are sourced. They're really cool. Totally mid-century modern. So we have a pair of mid-century modern, late 50s, possibly early 60s, clip-on earrings. They're a conversation piece, these, really much so. Okay, next earrings before I put mine on. Oh, these are also very cool. So these are sourced as well. Back in the 60s, a lot of jewelry came out of Hong Kong. And they were basically making jewelry that was very popular here in the US and following the style of American jewelry designers. So you're going to see a lot of those pearls, clusters of pearls coming out of all of the designers, right? Everybody did those because they were pretty much like a signature statement for the 60s. And then Hong Kong was making them as well. I hope I'm in focus, okay? Because again, the distance is very difficult for me right now. These are lucite and acrylic. They're super light and they are made in Hong Kong. It says in the back, Hong Kong, and they're very comfortable too. They do not hurt. Very different. The yellow, and I hope this shows. Look at the pictures when I post everything tomorrow because I had amazing close-ups on those. So it's like a flower with some beads. Different shades of yellow. This is carved acrylic or carved lucite with some gold beads. I think they're very nice. I sourced those too. These were not mine. The bracelet was mine. I like those. Now, I have a whole bunch of those. That's why I didn't keep them. I have those in gray, in pink, in purple, in red, in silver, in white. I have them in so many different colors. But the yellow I'm letting go of. Okay, so these are from Hong Kong. Very light, very comfortable. All right. Let me put my Coral Crafts back on. I love these earrings. I think they're very pretty and they're very understated and elegant. They're just the right size, you know, they're not like in your face. Okay, bracelet. This is not signed, it's mine. I think it's a listener from the 60s. I'm hoping I can give you close-ups. Hold on. So I'm giving you close-ups so you can see it better. Look at this thing. So we can call it a bride or bracelet, right? But I wear that stuff every day, I don't care. It's silver tone. The design is clover leaves, and it's got rhinestone. I don't know if you can see the rhinestones, but the rhinestones are not white. They are yellow, very pale yellow, paler than a citrine. Look at this thing. Isn't it pretty? Okay, let me wear it. All the stones are accounted for. There's no fading on the outer part, no fading on the inner part. There's just one of the links because of the continued movement that faded a little bit. Let me remove this one so you don't get distracted. Okay, size 7. Look how pretty this is. Can you see that it's yellow? It's not clear white, it's yellow stones. Like maybe champagne. Yeah, we're gonna call it champagne. So champagne stones. Champagne stones with clover leaves, and here's the closure. It's a fold over closure. The closure snaps in place. You're not gonna lose it. Let's hear it. You heard it. It's a very nice bracelet. So I'm trying to get everybody to start collecting vintage jewelry because we have to preserve those pieces, okay? We have to preserve those pieces. When they started making costume and this type of jewelry to make it available to the public in the 40s, 50s, 60s, before we got into the fashion jewelry, which is what we got now, right? The costume jewelry was meant to look like the real deal, but affordable for everybody. So it was very popular. A lot of people purchased some, and you know, over the years they've been damaged, thrown out, you name it. So they are becoming, in this condition, more and more difficult to find. A lot of times you're going to find them and then you realize that stone is just not perfect. Something happened, it was replaced, or it was poorly repaired, probably by me. So it's going to become eventually more and more difficult to find pieces like this in good condition. Again, this is not signed, based on the clasp, based on the quality, based on the construction, and other listener pieces that I have that are pretty much constructed exactly the same way with those links like this. I think it's a listener. It's just not marked. Again, because very often when they had a whole set, you would purchase a parure or a demi-parure, and they would only maybe sign the necklace, not the earrings, not the bracelet, or they would sign the earrings and the bracelet, but not the necklace, and vice versa. It all depends on the class they were putting in that day. And sometimes they just came in with a foil tag. So that makes it even more difficult to identify, because when you had the little foil tag on the little string, the ladies will remove that. There would be no marking on the piece of jewelry, and then she forgets what it is, so she doesn't pass the knowledge down to her granddaughter, and now nobody knows what it is. But I think it's a listener. So really good condition. It could be yours. It's a 7-inch, so it will fit your average gal's wrist. Let's compare it to my Cremens, was a little bit tight on me. Look at the difference in size. It's got almost a full inch extra, right? Okay, so I am done. Sadly, the Costa Boda vase is no bueno, and I am still very upset about it. Now, when you put water in it, you don't see it, but, you know, this, don't do this, okay? Do not let your vase with the plants or flowers and the water just run down like this, okay? Ideally, you want to change your water every day, but don't do this. You could ruin a very good piece. I'm telling you, I have this theory, and you won't take that off my head, okay? That I am finding a whole bunch of very high quality, beautiful vases, well, you know, that I've sold on this in this shop. I find them at thrift store in horrible condition, and I'm convinced that's the reason why they were donated, because nobody wants to be bothered spending 3 hours ruining their nails like I did trying to fix this. Do not let the water evaporate in your vase. You will ruin it. I'm going to do my very best to clean it, so stay tuned, stand by. I may be successful, in which case it will be for sale. But again, reminder, it's signed L. Bauer, Costa Borda, 4761. No, 47671. That's the number on it. Such a pretty vase. What a shame. I won't clean my house very well, you know that. But you better believe my crystal sparkles. And all my china and all of my collections, those get clean and taken care of. So yeah, obviously that was not somebody's priority, and that's too bad. That's it for me for today. Tell me which one is your favorite. Is it these? I would totally keep those. Is it this little thing here, or the jewelry? Tell me down below. I will see you next week for more vintage jewelry and vintage decorative item, maybe a Costa Borda vase or sparkly and clean, I do not know. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Frenchy and Tubby, and that would be it. This one's really cool too, okay? Really, really cool. All right, see you next week. All the links for the shop are down below or right here. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Right now, I am working on a DIY makeover of my bathroom. If you want to watch me make mistakes add beadboard to the walls, that's the latest video I posted today. Find me there at My Great Challenge. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!